most exciting feature to come to Microsoft 365 Copilot yet. Memory adds the ability to customize your Copilot assistant by it understanding you better. This added context seeks to make it more performant and better aligned to your needs. So let's take a look at the different features that make up this Copilot Memory rollout, where you can use them, what actually happens to your data, and how this potentially changes the utility of Microsoft 365 Copilot for lots of users. But before we start, a quick introduction. My name is Nick. I help smaller businesses achieve more using AI, and I specialise in Microsoft 365 Copilot and the AI tools that are part of Microsoft's platform. If what you see in this video is useful to you, it would be great if you could give it a like, drop a comment below letting me know what helped you the most, and consider subscribing so you can see more like this in the future. And if you need more direct help with your organisation's Copilot adoption or other AI project, consider reaching out to learn how I can help. Information on this is down in the description. Memory was announced as part of Copilot's Wave 2 spring release, and is the last of the features on that list of additions to actually arrive, following other big changes like the new Microsoft 365 Copilot app and Copilot Search. You can find Memory in Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat, and it's available whether or not you have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license. You access it through the three-dot menu and then Settings, and here you have a whole new option, Personalization. Under Personalization, we have both custom instructions and Copilot Memory, and Memory itself is broken down into Copilot Memory and Work Profile. In this video, we're going to touch on all these personalization options, as they are effectively different dimensions of the same added value tools. Copilot is a great assistant, but up until now at least, it has had no state persistence. Every time you started a new chat, it started from blank, with no knowledge of you, other than the specific context you give it, or that it finds through tools like Microsoft 365 Content Search. But the real power of Copilot comes from this context, and having to start from scratch so often misses a massive opportunity to deliver a truly personalised assistant. With the addition of personalisation options, Copilot catches up to other tools like ChatGPT by giving you the opportunity to define what you want Copilot to know every time you start a chat, and allowing Copilot to retain memories based on your conversations. The building of memories is an automatic process. As long as you have memory turned on, Copilot will gather insights it thinks is important. However, if you want it to remember something specific, you can be explicit. For example, here I'm telling Copilot that I prefer code-based solutions presented in C#. This isn't true, by the way. I know far less C# than I would need to be dangerous. I use the word remember at the start of my prompt to directly trigger the updating of memory. Copilot then shows me what it's added to memory. This will be a short text that summarises the needed memory. Memories are not long form, they are just snippets. And from here I can jump into memory management to see all the memories in use. From here I can delete individual memories, all memories, or even turn Copilot Memory off. So if something changes, you could just come into here and delete the memory. You can't edit it in this management screen. But can Copilot change its memories? Let's offer it a conflicting one. I've changed my mind, and I want Rust instead. And you can see that Copilot has added a relevant memory. But if we return to the management screen here, the similar memory about C# has now gone. So Copilot can indeed intelligently not just create memories, but also update its memory based on your changing needs over time. However, if you have to keep telling it to update its memory, it's just an extra thing for you to remember and manage. The real benefit of this is that it can happen in the flow of normal work. So you can see here, if I expand on a conversation and tell Copilot about a new job I'm doing, it will update its memory without being explicitly told to. I do think though that from limited testing of this so far, this memory update workflow needs its sensitivity turned up a notch. Explicit requests to update memory work flawlessly, but things that might be useful to know in the future in the flow of conversation are a little unpredictable right now. Striking the right balance between allowing irrelevant things to pass by and not creating a listing of thousands of memories and ensuring the right things are kept in memory must be incredibly hard. And as you go forward using chat, Copilot will take into account your memories. For example, if I ask it to create some code to simulate the rolling of some dice, it does so in Rust because of my memories, as by default, Copilot would generally choose Python for such a task. Moving back into settings and personalization, by contrast, custom instructions allow you to very deliberately build your expectations for Copilot, whether that be how it presents information, where it searches, or what it knows about you. These can be really simple, but I've also successfully pasted 8,000 plus words into this text box and saved it. Whether an 8,000 word set of custom instructions would truly be taken into account in full is beyond the scope of testing I've done here. Let's take this simple example. I wanted to always respond with content in tables and only use learn.microsoft.com as a web resource. Obviously, this isn't a particularly good set of custom instructions if you want a useful Copilot experience, but for the purposes of this demonstration, it'll do just fine. And you can see that when I ask it to tell me the latest updates on Microsoft 365, it does indeed follow those custom instructions. Now, in my opinion, one of the big weaknesses in what Microsoft has built here is I really want the Copilot UI to show me when what it is giving me back is based on a specific memory of instruction. The problem with both memory and instructions is that while Copilot's memory looking at these things might be perfect, ours are not. And we might also inadvertently miss the fact that a memory got added when it shouldn't have done. That memory or forgotten instruction can then, basically in perpetuity, alter what Copilot gives you back, and you have no idea that this is the case because it doesn't tell you. However, just as citations are necessary for responsible use of Copilot, I strongly feel that some kind of flag that indicates which instructions or memories have been actioned in a particular response is necessary too. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The last part of this new personalization capability is reliant on your work profile. What's your work profile? That's the information connected to your account in Microsoft 365 that is exposed in places like your Outlook contact, for example. As it stands, I don't believe Microsoft has expanded on this integration, and perhaps the potential exists for enriching this information in the future. So that's really how these features work, and the idea is that as time goes on and you expand your memory and refine your custom instructions, Copilot will get to know you better and become more aligned to specifically what it is you're trying to get done. However, Microsoft has left questions open with this release. At the time of recording this video, specific information either on Microsoft Learn or Microsoft Support to explain these features in more detail, either to IT pros or to end users, are lacking. There's no contextual feature-specific help in the UI that's been added for this, and while you could argue it's fairly self-explanatory, it's also potentially marking a fairly significant change in how Copilot works. These features extend across Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat, both for unlicensed and fully licensed Copilot users, but so far at least do not seem to step beyond that for Microsoft 365 Copilot users. Your custom instructions in Chat, for example, do not appear to supersede the default experience in Word or Teams, or even interact with the specific but different custom instructions in Outlook. Your memories or custom instructions also don't extend to agents. When asking my code helper to generate something for me, it reverts back to Python instead of my remembered choice of Rust. Consequently, memory also doesn't seem to apply to notebooks. I think it is disappointing that this new memory capability clearly isn't memory across Microsoft 365 Copilot, but it also isn't even memory across the Microsoft 365 Copilot app. So far at least, information on what's going on in the background with these features is fairly limited. There is no dedicated Learn or Support content on Copilot Memory at the time of making this video, and the only Learn article that relates to it is on enhanced personalization control, which controls whether memory is available rather than the data in memory itself. The blog post announcing the release of memory highlights that memory content is available via e-discovery, but I'm not entirely clear on the process you would use to, for example, expose memory entries and the related Copilot outputs a user may have relied upon that would be impacted by them. ChatGPT recently updated their approach to memory, and it seems that the new Copilot Memory feature is a lot more similar to ChatGPT's old memory than the new one. In ChatGPT, all your conversation history is taken into account for memory, which is a lot more similar in many ways to having an assistant you're working with over time. By comparison, Copilot only works from that dedicated set of memories and custom instructions. There are pros and cons I can see to both of these approaches. One place where a comparison can be made to ChatGPT, though, where we can be more certain, is that Microsoft's documentation of this feature is weak in comparison to OpenAI's. ChatGPT offers a comprehensive set of documentation applying to the user experience and memory, how they work in relation to group accounts, and other details. Microsoft, on the other hand, has virtually nothing. This is an area where Microsoft probably needs to tread very carefully. As OpenAI or similar providers professionalise their offerings with more robust support or documentation, some of the polish Microsoft has as the enterprise provider starts to tarnish if it just releases features into the wild without giving users or admins the information they need. Microsoft seem to think they are in a battle to win on technology, when the reality I hear from many of my customers I work with is that the real battle of the AI age is for trust. In conclusion, I think we should all be excited for these new capabilities for Copilot. The clearest path I can see to make AI tools truly indispensable to all users is not just to keep making them smarter and smarter, but to work out how to give them better and more relevant context. The reality is that as Microsoft adds memory to Copilot in July 2025, they have been behind others in this race. But this question of how do you make Copilot contextually aware based on every available Microsoft 365 signal about a user, rather than just plain old search-based RAG, is the most important for its future. The biggest area of opportunity for Copilot, and arguably the place where this opportunity has most been missed up until now, is how to connect all that data to delivering better AI-generated outputs than any other provider can. Memory is a big piece of this puzzle, but there are still others to find and to fit into this picture. What do you think of the new memory feature? Have you tried it out yet? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching through to the end. Until the next video. Bye bye.